Good afternoon, class. Today I'll be starting with a new chapter, chapter 9. This chapter is included in your first unit test, the Great Depression, USA, Germany, Britain, France and Japan. So, before I start with this chapter, let me first explain the meaning of the Great Depression. The Great Depression, it was a severe worldwide economic depression. So, this Great Depression, it is a severe worldwide economic depression that took place mostly during the 1930s, and it started at its beginning. It started in the United States. The Great Depression started in the United States. So, and the timing of the Great Depression, it's varied across the world, is varied from year to year. So let's begin with this chapter 9.1. USA, the great boom and the crash, the domestic policy of the Republican era 1921 to 33 and depression. So the American President Woodrow Wilson lost his charisma and glory after the Paris Peace Conference. He failed to pursue the American Senate approved the USA joining the League of Nations. He was struck by paralysis and became an invalid, and term ended in the defeat of presidential election of 1920. So the American President Woodrow Wilson, as he lost his power and glory after the Paris Peace Conference, so he lost his power, and he even failed to pursue the American Senate, which was approved to the USA, and after joining the League of Nations. So Woodrow Wilson was struck by paralysis and it became invalid, and the term ended as the presidency of his term ended in his defeat in the presidential election of 1920. The new President Harding was a Republican candidate. Harding's entry in the White House signalized that the American public opinion rejected liberal lines of the Democrats, at least for some time. Harding founded USA after emerging from the terrorism experience of Great War, needed peace for consolidation. Hence, he had the cry, America will go back to normalcy. America would return to the safe and stable time of pre-war years. The federal government would be inactive as before, and the USA shall return to isolation. Hence, the Republican President Harding, Coolidge, and Hoover followed a policy of laissez-faire in the affairs of the state government. So, the new president after the Woodrow Wilson, the new president was Harding, and Harding was from the Republican candidate, and Harding entry in the White House, it signalized that the American public opinion rejected as liberal lines on the Democratic, at least for some time. So Harding found that USA, after emerging from the terrorizing experience of Great War, it needed peace. Now it needed peace for consolidation. So hence he have the cry that American will be back to normalcy, and America would return to safe and stable times of pre-war years. Even the federal government was would to be inactive, and before, and the USA shall return in isolation. Hence, the Republican President Harding, Coolidge, and Hoover, they followed the policy of laissez-faire in the affairs of state. These three followed the policy of laissez-faire in the affairs of the state government. In 1929, the third Republican President, Herbert Hoover, was elected to president office. By the time that the prosperity of the USA became fabulous, American pre-war economy was not prosperous as it became after 1914. The USA became the financier, the banker of the world by selling war material, food and supply to the belligerent. The USA amassed huge wealth. She became a creditor of the allies from whom she started to release $1 million war debt. The American bank brushed the load of capital. So in the year 1929, the third Republican president The third Republican president was Herbert Hoover, as he was elected to presidential office. So by that time, the prosperity, even the prosperity of the USA became when President Hoover became the president of USA, the prosperity of America became fabulous. So the pre-war economy was not so prosperous of the USA, prosperous, and it's become after 1914. The USA became the financier and the banker of the world. So by selling war materials, food and supplies to be belligerent, the USA amused with huge wealth, and USA became the creditor to the Allied powers. USA started to give. She became the creditor to the Allied powers, and whom she started to release, as USA began to release million war debt to the other countries. So even the American bank brushed into load of capital. In 1920, brought a great boom in American economy. It was something more than prosperity. Industry flourished in a way that it never did before. Man's way of living had a revolutionary change. Skyscraper dotted the American skyline. Electricity is lifestyle. Electronic goods flooded the market. The popularity of the cinema changed the standard of the life. Movement for women's emancipation was a few features in American life. All this was due to the great boom. The old and traditional values became shaky. The American banks and share market became giant economic dinosaurs. Science, technology, and management multiplied capital by many times. The factory of Henry Ford built new cars in 1919. There were 6 million cars in the USA. In 1929, the number rose to 29 million. So, in 1920, the year 1920, it brings a boom in the economic of America, as it's something more than as in America in 1920 it's more than prosperity. So even the industries flourish in such a way it never happened before, and even the way of human life became changed, and it bring a revolutionary change. Even the skyscraper, there was lots of skyscraper dotted in the American skyline. Even the electricity makes the life easy of human beings. Movement for women's emancipation now was a new feature to American life. All this was due to the great boom of economy. So the old and traditional values became now the what the previous old and traditional values, now it became shaky. So even the American bank and share market became great economic. They became great economic dinosaurs. So even science, technology, and management these are also multiplied by capital by many times. So even the factory Henry Ford, they built new cars. So in 1919 there were 6 million cars in the USA. In 1929 it rose to 29 million. Herbert Hoover became the president of this era of prosperity. So his main job was to protect the continuity in the economic field. But he was unfortunately faced the great crash in 1929. Economic historian gave various explanations to the depression. So, but it was unfortunate. But he unfortunately faced the great crash. So in 1929, economic historian gave various explanations in the depression. Marxian writer blamed overpopulation in industry for more profit as the cause of their crash. They pointed out that because of the planned economy, the growth rate was kept under control in Marxian state like Soviet Union. In capitalist countries like the USA, state could not control economic growth. However, hence overproduction led to saturation of market. Apart from the standard Marxian application, liberal historians point out to the number of causes for the Great Depression 1929 to 30. So as the Marxian writer blame they blame overproduction in the economy. The growth rate was the growth rate was kept under the control in the Marxian state like Soviet Union, in the capitalist countries like in the USA. So the state could not control the economic growth, so hence over the production led to saturation of market. So apart from the standard of the Marxian explanation, liberal historians point out a number of causes for the Great Depression of 1929-30. First one is, it is said that American businessmen took the prosperity to be permanent, so they never for a moment think that the European wartime demand had come down to the end of the war. So if they never for a moment they never think that the European wartime demand had come down by the end of the war. Even the Britain, France and other countries tried to self-sufficient. They no longer dependent on American supplies, so the USA market shrink. Second point is, America's share market was full of speculation. Many people invested their whole life earning in the share market. The price of share are high above from the real value. When the price collapsed, the whole country toppled down. So even the American share market was full of speculation. So many people invested their whole life, many people invested their whole life saving to the saving or earning in the share market, but the prices of the share was high above in the real value. But when the share prices collapsed, the whole economy toppled down. Next is, the USA invested heavily on weapon industry. Even as the USA heavily invested on weapon industries, and the weapons are supplied to the Europe, and as the war ended, so weapon market became dull and slump prevailed. Next point is, the uneven distribution of wealth in the USA reduced the purchasing power of poor Americans. The post-war slump and unemployment much affected the rural and poor American whose purchasing capacity was reduced. So even there was an uneven distribution of wealth in the USA, as it reduced the purchasing power of, as it was not helping the poor Americans for the purchase. So even the post-war slump and unemployment people are much affected. So the rural and poor American was the rural and poor American whose purchasing capacity became reduced. Anyhow, the great boom was over. President Hoover and the Republican Party had to cope with the situation. So soon the great boom was over, and even the President Hoover and the Republican Party had to cope up. They had to deal with the present situation, but the method to fight this disaster was inadequate. So the method to fight with this Great Depression was inadequate. First of all, the prohibition of procurement of wine liquor had to impact of the people's habit of reckless drinking. So first of all, they had the prohibition of procurement of wine or liquor. So that had no impact on the people's habit of reckless drinking. The Republican conservative did not understand the temper of the age. Ban on liquor was imposed out of religious conservatism. So even the Republican conservative, they did not understand the temper of the age. Big business ban on liquor was imposed out of religious conservatism, but liquor had become crime, became a big business. Many banks wanted to cheat the depositor. Agriculture was a depressed state. Huge wartime demand from Europe was now over. The price of agriculture produce affected. High American tariffs prevented European goods to be sold in America in exchange of American farm points. Again, competition from Canada, Argentina and Australia increased, so prices of farm product dropped and income from farming collapsed. So after all even the abolition of liquor, it became a religious conservatism, but the liquor and crime became liquor and crime became a big business, and many bank wanted to cheat the depositor. Even agriculture was in a depressed state, so even huge wartime demand from European was over. So again, competition from Canada, Argentina and Australia increased, so prices to farm products dropped and income from farming collapsed. As a result of the depression, share prices in the Wall Street collapsed. Confidence of great society on share market and bank was shaken. Panic spread everywhere. By 1932, stock exchange prices dropped by 80%. Most of the banks closed their doors. 14 million people became unemployment, and the wages of those who retained their jobs became low. So even as a result of the depression, share prices in the Wall Street collapsed, and confidence of the society on share market and banks was shaken because of this collapse. And even there was a panic spread everywhere in 1932, and stock exchange also their prices dropped by 80%, and most of the banks closed their doors, and 14 million people became unemployment, and the wages of those who returned their jobs became low. In this crisis, Herbert Hoover felt that he should discard the Republican conservatism. The federal government should be needed to meet its national calamity. So, President Herbert Hoover felt that he would regard the Republican conservatism. Even the federal government should do the needful to meet the national calamity. So his first step was to create confidence in industry. He raised tariff to imports to pause of some home industry. So his first step of president was to create confidence in industry, and he raised tax on imports to boost up home industries. Next, taxes are reduced to increase purchasing power of people. Even some taxes are reduced to increase the purchasing power of people. Next is Emergency Relief and Reconstruction Act was passed as to provide federal loan to the state government. Next is federal public work was boosted up to provide employment to unemployment. Even these federal public works are boosted up as now they are providing employment to the unemployment people. Even banks are reorganized after this. So after President Hoover became the president, again banks are reorganized. Meanwhile, Hoover's term ended. Hoover had stopped all the international transaction and loan by the moratorium of 1 year to 2.5 years, according to another view. Thus ended the Republican era of American administration. So Hoover term ended, and Hoover had stopped President Hoover has stopped all the international transaction and loans by a moratorium of 1 year to 2.5 years, according to another view. And so it is ended the Republican era of American administration. In the next class, I'll be explaining the 9.2, the reign of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the New Deal. That's all for today. Thank you.